Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com and welcome to my weekly reading. This week I'm going to be using oracle cards, and I just felt really drawn to use the Terra key. I don't know if you can see it. Terra key Goddess Oracle for this reading. All right. I'm just going to shuffle my cards here. Now my intention with this reading is to draw 3 cards, and each card is going to represent a portion of the upcoming week, and my intention here is to get kind of an overview of some of the opportunities and energies for the week ahead. All right. I'm just going to bring my little spirit quartz crystal out here. Oops, you got a bit of a sneak peek at that card. And this is my blue celestite crystal. Okay, so let's begin. We'll start with the first card, and the first card is going to represent Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. Now, the only thing with this deck is it's hard to read. It's hard to read what's on the card because it's a really tiny, tiny print. And there's also gold embossing on the lettering, so it makes it kind of tricky. Okay, so the first card is Isis. You may or may not be able to read that at the top. Isis, and she is all about awakening. And the message on the card says, "My journey is an evolution of many lessons and renewals. I am expanding." Okay. Okay, so at the beginning of the week, we have this message of awakening and evolution and learning and expansion. And I want you to think about, what does growth and awakening and expansion mean to you? What does that feel like for you? And what is that, how does that play out in your life? And how are you expanding right now? How are you expanding? How are you awakening? So it's a really powerful message. And I know in my own life, this card really resonates for me. I've been getting back into meditation and journeying in a big way after kind of not really being into it for a little while. And I've been getting back into that regular practice of that. And that has led me to make all kinds of discoveries. And I really do feel like I'm expanding my states of awareness and becoming aware of things energetically and also just conceptually. Like certain things are suddenly clear to me. And I feel like I have more clarity than I've had in a while. So this is the beginning of the week. So there's this opportunity with Monday and Tuesday at the beginning of the week to expand your mind, to expand your horizons. And I love how she's holding this crystal in her hand. She's kind of like got her eyes closed. She's like meditating with that crystal. So an opportunity to really expand your consciousness at the beginning of the week. So let's see what the middle of the week has. So for Wednesday, Thursday-ish, we've got Parimbo, and I'm just going to zoom in on the cards here a little. We have Parimbo, and she is all about soul family. That's an interesting concept. And the message on this card says, you are united under a common cause. So this is interesting. I've been thinking a lot about the concept of soul family and what that means. And I'm curious to hear what people think about this. I've always thought that I have a family, like I guess like an interdimensional. This is going to sound really out there, but I've always felt that like I have like a bigger part of who I am. So there's me, Kate, the in this incarnation as a human, but I feel like I have a soul family. So I feel like on a bigger, higher self kind of soul level that I'm connected with other beings who who were united under a common cause, a common goal or value system. And, we're here for a particular reason, and that's what connects us. And that at some point in time, I'll be reunited. Well, I think you're never not united with that soul family. It's just that you're connected in another dimension and on another level. So I've been thinking a lot about this concept, and part of my meditation practice, and I apologize, I'm like going on and on about myself here. This reading is supposed to be for you, and I'm just going off on a tangent about myself. I'm going to get back to you in a second. So part of my meditation practice is really kind of connecting with that concept of a soul family and that energy of like connecting to source and that feeling. It's really uplifting. So a question I have for you is, what is that idea of soul family to you? How do you connect to that term? And you may have a totally different take on that term. So for you, maybe soul family is people that you encounter in this lifetime who, you guys are connected under a common cause, like the card says. You're united under a common cause. So this could be people who are like-minded spirits that you just feel a real connection with in this lifetime. So that might be your idea of a soul family. I'm really drawn to a few aspects of this card. I'm drawn to the moon. And it's like she's in some kind of mystical, enchanted garden at nighttime. And I'm really drawn to the moon, and I think I'm going to come back to it at a certain point because I feel like there's a message here with the moonlight. But I want to talk about the next card. So this is the card for the end of the week, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we have Bridget, and she's all about inspiration. And this card says, follow your... I don't know if my eyes are bad or if the print is really small. Follow your passions and urges. Okay. So this is cool because I feel like the first two cards were very spiritually, very deep. And with Bridget, there's a lighter, brighter energy here. It's more playful. So she's all about inspiration and following your passions and urges. So your passions and the things that inspire you and light you up and kind of pique your interest, in many ways, that is like your soul talking to you and saying like, yes, do that, go there, explore this, look into this. And so you really want to take heed. You want to pay attention to those urges, especially if they're persistent. I've had the urge to take archery lessons for the last few years, and I keep coming up with excuses why now's not the right time and all that. But that's been something that's kind of piqued my interest. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to the things that not just the things that light you up, but the things that you're curious about and the things that you want to explore. Even draw up a list right now of all the things that kind of interest you a little bit. Okay, so I want to zoom out here and look at all of these cards together. I do get a really strong playful energy with the third card with Bridget. And I think the weekend is a time to be playful and, dive into your passions and the things that you've been wanting to try, the things that kind of inspire you. That's a good thing to focus on the weekend. Now, the two cards on the end, so we've got Isis, we've got Bridget, they're very bright and sunshiny, and then we have this darker card in the middle. And I'm so drawn to the moon being in this card. It makes me think of connecting to the cycles of the moon, using the moon. I'm thinking of the moon in the tarot deck, the card, the moon. And it's all about exploring your subconscious, paying attention to your dreams. And you can really use your dreams as a way to kind of plumb the depths of your subconscious and really explore yourself in a different kind of way. So that's kind of what I'm getting with that card. If that appeals to you, that could be something to look into and to focus on midweek. Okay, I'm just going to look and see if there's anything else that I want to mention before I wrap up the reading. As always, feel free to share your own take on these cards. If there's something that you want to add, if there's something you want to mention, feel free. If there's like a symbol or something that you're drawn to, feel free to share in the comment section. And I think I've covered pretty much everything. And I don't know if this is just a really spiritual kind of deck, but I do get the sense that the theme of this week is a theme of like awakening, connecting to your soul, kind of connecting to that source energy, and being able to really expand not just your states of awareness, but being able to expand your perception of yourself and your perception of life and what life is all about. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Kate. You can learn more about tarot and card reading on my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got tons of fun tarot learning exercises and videos and resources for you to check out. So thanks again for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful week.